Hello everyone, this is Nick from BIMPure and welcome to a new Revit and Dynamo video tutorial. In this one, you will learn how to randomize curtain panels inside of a curtain wall. So let me give you an example. We have the script right here in the Dynamo player. So first, in this case, we have three different panel options. In this case, we have white, gray, and black. And you can select the percentage that you want for each of these panels. So let's say that we want 60% white, 20% gray, and 20% black. Now you must only select the entire curtain wall like this and run the script. And you can see that we indeed get the mix of curtain panels as defined here. So we could adjust the percentage like this, for example, having 80% white and 10% gray and black. Let's run it again. And you can see the differences, or we could have, the script also works even if the numbers don't quite add up to 100. It'll just get the correct ratio. You can see the results. So I will show you all the steps to recreate this concept. The first one is to simply create all the necessary curtain panels that you want. So in this case, it's quite simple. We have white, we have gray, and we have black. These are not custom families. It's simply the default system panels, and we've switched the material being used. So make sure that you create all your options as curtain panel types. So the next step, we're going to open Dynamo. There you go. So it's currently empty. The first thing that we want to do is at the bottom left, we'll switch it to manual so the script doesn't run continually. The first node that I want to bring is select model element. Pick the one that doesn't have an S. We want to select only a single element, only a single curtain wall. And the next one is we want to get all the curtain panels inside of this curtain wall. So this one is called curtain panels by elements. This one. And then we'll plug the select model element into the curtain panel by element. I will simply select here the curtain wall and try to run the script to see what happens. And you can see in this node, currently we have 120 panels, along with a complete list of all current panels in this one. So the next step is that we want to create family type for each of the options. So search for the family types node right here. And in the drop down, you must go all the way down to system panels. In this case, we'll pick system panel white. I will copy and paste this node. The second one is going to be system panel gray, like this. And the final one, system panel black. There you go. And we want to combine all of these nodes together in a list. So I will add a node called list create, click on the plus 2 times, and merge all these elements together. So if I was to run the script, you can see that we have all these 3 types combined in this one. The next, we want to create the percentage values. For this, I'm going to bring in an integer slider. And this one, I will call it panel 1 percentage. So we can rename the node. And I will paste it 3 times like this. And this one, I will double click and call it panel 2 percentage. And this one is going to be panel 3. So actually, they're going to match the order over here. In fact, I could also rename these nodes. So for example, this one could be panel 1 type. This one's going to be panel 2 type. And this one is also going to be panel 3 type. All right. And same thing, I'm going to add a list create node and combine all these percentages together. And it can already put values that make sense. Let's say that I have 60, 20, 20. And if I run it, you can see that I have my list with all of these values merged together. Okay, for the next step, we're going to do a little bit of math. I want to remap these percentages to find the actual number of current panels that each type should have. So the first thing I'm going to do is bring in a list count node. And this will count how many current panels we have in the list. So if I run this, it returns the number 120 that I'm going to need afterwards. So the next thing that I want to do is to see if these numbers actually add up to 100. And if they don't, that's okay. We'll just use a bit of math to ensure that the script doesn't break. So I'll double click to create a new code block and simply type A plus B plus C. You can see that it creates 3 different inputs. And I will put these percentages like this And you can see in this case, it adds up to 100. But let's say that I change this one for the black panel percentage. It adds up to 110, which is not a big deal. You'll see that we'll find a way to make it work anyway. So next, I will also create a new code block. So double click. And now check this equation. First, I will bring the percentage and I will divide it by the total percentage. And then I will multiply it by the actual number of panels. So actual panels. So I taped these values. I could have entered A divided by B multiplied by C, but this way the script is a bit more user-friendly and it's easier to understand what's actually going on. So the percentage, I will bring in these values, and the percentage total is going to be this 110 number. And the actual panels input, I will bring the list count like this. And if I run the script and we see what we have a list of how many panels we should have for each type. You can see the issue that we currently have is that there are lots of digits. And to remove these digits, I will create a math round node, this one. And I will plug it in. Let's run again. And you can see that my list has been cleaned up to remove all these digits. Okay, so let me remove some of that. Now, I like to keep my scripts clean. So I will group all these inputs together. This one is select panel types. This one is going to be set panel type percentages. This one is going to be select current wall and get all current panels. I will right click this one and set the group style to input. Same thing for this one. Same for this one as well. So let me just move them over there and bring this node closer. And I will also group these 4 nodes together. All right, and I'll just call this calculate the required number of current panels for each type. And I right click and set this to actions. Okay, let's keep on going. The next step is we're just gonna create a list of all the types that we need to set to each current panel. So the first thing the first node that I'm going to bring is list cycle. And what this node does is it will take elements and repeat them, duplicate them as many times as we specify. And for the amount, we're gonna map this number. And for the list, we're going to bring in the panel types that we've created earlier and plug them here into the list. If I run the script, you can see what this does. It's create 3 different lists. Oh yeah, in fact, I forgot a step. You can see we have 360 numbers while we have 120 panels. So there's something wrong. And I simply need to click on this arrow and use level and set it to level 1. Same thing for the amount as well. And let's try to run it again. You can see that this number is updated to 120, which is the correct number of current panels, which means that this works. And this creates 3 different lists for all the panel color options. So we actually want a single list. We don't need 3 sublists. So I will bring in a node called list flatten. So plug it in like this. I don't need to fill anything in the amount. It will use the default value of a 1. And you can see in this case, we only have a single list now instead of 3 sublists. And the final thing, we're gonna bring in a little card deck trick. It's called list shuffle. List shuffle, it's basically you mix the deck, right? It just randomizes the order of the elements in the list. So if I run the script, you can see instead of all the colors being mixed together, they're all scrambled and mixed together. Although in this case, we only have white and black. So let's see what's going on. Do we have a value missing or something? Oh yeah, I see what's going on. We have the white has been set to panel 2 as well. So let me just set it to gray, run the script once again, and now this has been updated, and we do see some gray panels in this list. Okay, so I will group all these nodes together. And this will be create the list of current panel types and shuffle it. This will also be an action style of nodes. And finally, I will add my final node, set parameter by name. The parameter name in this case is the type. I set it to parameter name. The value will be these from this shuffle list. And the current panels, I will bring them back all the way from these current panel by element node, plug it in here. And now if I run the script, this current wall should be mixed. Is it? Let's try it again. Okay, let's run it. Yeah, you can see that this current wall is changed every single time. So I could also play with the density of elements. Let's say that I want more of these. You can see that this changes. Let's say that I want an equal amount. You can say it's better if these numbers add up to 100. If they don't, the script will still work. All right, let's try something like this. So you see that it does work. And a final option that you can add is to replace this list shuffle to add optionally a seed value. A seed value is a way to control the options. So let me get rid of this one and place the new list shuffle that has this seed. And let me bring in an integer slider and plug it into the seed. And I will right click, double click on this and call this option number. Okay, and make sure that the input goes there. Let me run the script again. And now if I run the script again, you can see that this option doesn't change. It will only change if I change the option number. And if I return to option number 2, you can see that it's the old one that I've created previously. So this is a way where Revit and Dynamo remembers the options. So if you want to keep track of all the options you create, it's a good way to do so. If you don't care and just want fully random panels each time, you don't have to add this seed option. Okay, so final thing, I will organize the script. First, I'm going to group these nodes together and call it set panel type to all current panels. And I will right click and set the group style to outputs. Now, if you want to use the script in the Dynamo player like I did when I started this video, you can first go to extensions and select the graph properties. Enter the author name. You can set an URL value if you have extra instructions, and make sure to enter a description. Randomize the current panels with a percentage. And you can even bring an image. So do I have one? Yes. This is a good practice to do because it's more visual for the users to have a preview of what the script actually does. And the final thing that you must do is every single input that you want the users to be able to use in the Dynamo player, you right click and activate this option that is called is input. So repeat this for all the inputs that you want to use in the Dynamo player. So in this case, we have 8 different values. All the panel options, the percentages, the node where you select the current wall, and finally the option number for the seed. Then you save, and in the Dynamo player, you'll have this cute menu with all the options that you can play around with and select your current wall. So that's it. If you've enjoyed this series, join the Dynamo Spacecamp. Watch the replays of our live series to learn Dynamo and start automating tedious Revit tasks. The series include a dozen scripts. Enroll now at beampure.com.